1, 2.
This video is sponsored by Music Bed.
Yes, I'm dreaming. And action whenever.
So this is the behind the scenes on a short doc film character profile, whatever you want to call it, on one of the world's best Taekwondo athletes, CJ Nicholas. That film is done. I posted it on my YouTube channel last week, so you can go watch it now. Then come back and watch the behind the scenes, or you can watch the behind the scenes and watch the film after, whatever you prefer.
This is sweet. Or fire, as the kids are saying these days. Might be some cool texture moments. Whoa. Woof. 8 hours and 43 minutes. Got a long track down to North Carolina. Just waiting for Pat McGinley to get here, finishing up packing. Pat's gonna shoot the behind the scenes. Wasn't expecting 9 hours. Thought this was gonna be like 7. So we're gonna get there very late tonight. And we're waking up pretty early tomorrow to shoot CJ's first session, training session in the morning. So, bad planning on my part, but also good planning by me because I already have the music dialed in. Got all my music from Music Bed, obviously. It's gonna be more like atmospheric and more stylized than what I would typically do in a documentary, just because of CJ's personality and style. It was high pressure too, because CJ is a musician himself. I'm feeling nervous. I don't wanna let him down with my music choices for his film, but I think he's gonna be pretty pumped with what I end up choosing. I'm really loving this like retro song. I think this is gonna play like somewhere around the intro where we're doing like highlights of CJ, where he's like in slow motion, then you're cutting to like montage stuff of CJ just going ham on like his opponent, so we get to know CJ. It's also the first time since the release of Music Bed Sounds, or new sound effects library, where I'm gonna be able to incorporate both Music Bed music and sounds in a full project. Playing around with the sounds, it's as highly curated as the music. So if you're looking for the best audio and you wanna switch to Music Bed, you can use the link in my description below, where you get 14 days free when you sign up. So do it. About to get packed up. Hey you, you're coming with me. Also got this cool textured backdrop for some portrait stuff. Can't pack you up, girl. It can't pack you up. Can't pack you up. $40. Facebook Marketplace. Oh. All right. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. Not bringing too much gear. I usually kind of just prefer the bare bones. One light. This guy. I think we're supposed to hit storms as we hit the road. It's nice now. I mean, it's humid, but I'm gonna put this away. We'll pick back up when Pat gets here. Only 8 hours to go. In for the long haul.
Day 1.
Yeah, give him the rundown on the road trip, brother.
We got 7 hours to go.
Getting crushed by storms.
But gonna film a sweet Taekwondo guy.
Dude.
I was like, oh, I don't know much about Taekwondo. I'll look into it. Like, who is the US's top Taekwondo athlete? And right away, CJ Nicholas pops up. Did some further digging on CJ. I'd seen that he had just lost the bronze medal rounds in the Olympics, which is one of the best that a US Taekwondo athlete on the men's side has done in a very long time. Like I always do, I reached out with a cold DM, just asking him if he wanted to be a part of it. And his words, he wrote back instantly, "Let's get to work." And we set up a call, and I did a pre-interview, asked him a ton of questions, really found a lot of depth to his story about losing the Olympics, going home, feeling alone and isolated, and having this almost like identity crisis at such a young age, and trying to flip that around and reinvigorate his passion for the sport. So I set a date, did all my pre-production, Milano, and next thing you know, I'm driving down to North Carolina with Pat.
Yo, Tyler.
Yeah. Pat's in the car.
What's up?
Don't say anything crazy.
Gen 1 Chipotle script.
So we get to the hotel super late. It's like 1 a.m. We're incredibly exhausted. Knew we had to wake up pretty early. So we grabbed all the valuable stuff, headed up into the hotel, left like the tripod, C-stands, some of the more cumbersome items in the truck bed, thinking like, oh, we'll be good. Like, very nice hotel. It'll be okay for like 6 hours in the truck bed.
What's wrong with people, right?
Yeah, it turns out one of my biggest fears on a shoot happened. Someone busted open my truck window. On a normal day, like, okay, this happened, whatever. But I knew how much gear I had in the truck bed.
Really took anything from the back?
No, which is even wilder. Why would you not pop the trunk open?
They ripped through my glove box, ripped through like everything, and just like none of the equipment was gone. So apparently in this area, it's a big thing for people to try to steal guns. So they look at vehicles that look like the person might own a gun. Mine being a pickup truck, I guess that means I look like I own a gun. They could have looked through the window and saw that I had a drinkable yogurt in the cup holder and knew that I didn't have a gun. So luckily they took nothing, but I had glass everywhere in my car. I just like mentally I needed to figure this out before I got into filming. So I eventually we figured it out. We found some like local kid who repairs windows, and we were able to, just grab some lunch and head over to CJ's house before his afternoon lifting session.
Fixed window. What'd you get?
Chocolate cream cold brew. Finally know how to say it. Always look like an idiot.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
What's up, bro? What's going on?
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Finally meet you.
I know. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
So we rolled up to CJ's house, got to meet him, spent some time with him, and got some like really quality time just like acclimating to each other. He's as cool as you would expect him to be. Super down to earth, super easy to talk to, get along with. He's super fun and just like willing and to be a part of this, which is the best part of it all. But anyway, we didn't do much filming, just kind of like scoped out parts of his house because I knew after his lifting session, we'd be back to start filming stuff. Then it was time to hop in CJ's whip for a nice quiet ride to his lifting session. So CJ walks into his lifting session. He's kind of on his own. He's an elite athlete, and my rule for filming elite athletes or any professional athlete in general is don't get in their way. When they're doing the thing that they do, their training sessions, their practices, their game, their lifting sessions, whatever it is, get out of the way. You're a fly on the wall, let them do their thing.
Good movie. Hey, bud. Oh, you got ticklish.
So this piece as a whole, I knew it was gonna be a little more stylistic, just based on CJ's identity and his personality. I wanted it to feel very stylistic, but I knew there would be certain moments towards the end of the film that would feel more grounded. And I knew this lifting session and his Taekwondo training session would be the more grounded pieces of the film. So in this lifting session, I'm walking around with my tripod to make things feel more grounded and still, and just letting a lot of motion happen in front of the camera, which was a tricky thing because CJ's lift, it's like very low rep and then move on to the next thing. So by the time I'd set up the tripod and camera, he'd do like 2 reps and then move on. But something I had to figure out as he was going. I got my body kind of still as a tripod to save me some time towards the end. Gear-wise, I went Sony FX6 for most of this film, with my FX3 kind of being like a specialty like gimbal camera. I just have fallen in love with the FX6 because of the way it feels. Like I love the feel of like a full camera in my hands. It's really just an FX3 with built-in NDs.
Being able to fight with a
How's the stance looking? Good? Shooting a little S&Q right now. 120 frames per second. Just give me like a. Yeah. Looks so much cooler when you do it. My favorite thing is I demonstrate and I just like look like such a dork. Yeah.
Said do some kind of flush. So
Dude, look at that leg kick.
Then we rode back to CJ's house,
hip mobility.
and I knew the first thing I wanted to film was like a very isolated training session in his backyard.
I saw on one of his YouTube videos they post on his channel, him just like riffing like in the backyard in nature, just doing like a flow state of Taekwondo. I don't even know what to call it. But it looked cool, and I just wanted to incorporate some of it into this. And right now I got the 10mm on to get like a wide.
So he's getting prep, sunlight's looking beautiful coming from the back of the house through the trees. All this fun, dynamic movement that you would get from a super wide lens. Was excited to play with it. So doing some push-ins, getting a lot of cool stuff. And next thing I know, CJ is like in his woods, grabbing like this huge branch. He's like stripping away little branches off it and leaves. And next thing I know, he's got this like Mr. Miyagi stick and he's doing these sweet swings over top, and he just like looks like this like legendary fighter, like this ancient legendary art form of Taekwondo that he's practicing. I don't even know if he was doing real stuff or if he was just like making stuff up as he went, but it looked so cool.
Definitely act like I don't exist. Yeah, right there's cool. Keep it there. Look up to your second floor.
it's actually getting something out.
Alright, that's cool.
For you and the 5 other people in the room.
So we went inside to CJ's house, got some cool shots, and then we transitioned to a very Danny Gilbert special for our sunset, which is driving around the back of my pickup truck and getting cool shots in the bed. The sunset was great that night. Didn't use a whole ton of that footage. One thing I did notice on the ground was this like gorgeous puddle that was really reflecting the sky and looked really cool, and it was kind of this happy accident moment where we were like, wouldn't it be cool if you just did some like cool Taekwondo movement barefoot in this water with all this reflection, this gorgeous sky. And it was a really cool look, and it made it into the opening shot.
So cool. Hell of a day. Started out with a busted window, missing our first practice sesh. And here we are. I feel like we're best friends with CJ already. Pretty cool we're best friends with like one of the best Taekwondo athletes of all time. I just feel so safe with him. If anyone comes up and gives us trouble, he's just gonna kick the crap out of their face. Head back to the hotel, park literally at the front door of the hotel so no one smashes our window again, and dump footage.
So day 2, woke up, took the elevator down to check in on my truck, and drum roll. Truck was fine. Already 100 times better start than day 1. So me and Pat hit a run, got some average hotel breakfast, and just got ourselves organized for the day.
Sounds a snuck little toy in my tripod case. Ugh. Thing stinks, dude.
We're not in a garage. We're in like the back left corner.
We got to his training facility where we met our local production assistant that we would have for the day. Found local man Chris, filmmaker himself, great animator. Actually just started his own YouTube channel, which is super interesting if you want to check it out. Anytime I bring on a subscriber for a shoot, it always works out.
What's up, dude? How you feeling?
We got into the gym where all of Team USA Taekwondo is warming up, and it's really cool. It just kind of feels like stepping into their dojo. Again, like I knew this was gonna be a lot of grounded stuff, so it's on tripod a lot of gimbal stuff, rocking the 70 to 200, just kind of sitting back, doing a lot of like crash zoom, like trying to create some fun dynamic movement.
I think what they're doing is cool. You see me flip up that gimbal.
And so much good stuff from this one training session that I didn't even get to use, which made me feel good because I didn't feel like I missed out on anything from losing that initial training session that we missed because the window got broken into.
All right, off to the studio.
So we wrapped out of the training session, transitioned to our studio where we were gonna do our interview and some stylized portraits. I found a studio with a cyc wall, super affordable, that I just found on Peerspace. And it was pretty perfect for what we were trying to do.
Just gonna look at my references for this interview. Put my Milnote board. It's nice because it just mimics what you had on the desktop before the app was kind of trash, but now it's the exact same thing as the desktop. And on the shot list, I saw this cool video from SoundCloud like a couple years back. It's like this cyc wall, and they had this old TV, and they had a candy cam hooked up to it. So that's what I'm gonna try and set up here.
Was able to connect the handy cam to the TV where it would feel like he's filming in this void, just kind of speaking to himself, like this like self-confessional where he's just kind of like alone with his thoughts in this void. Just used one light, which was really cool. It looked fine when Pat, Chris, myself just kind of sat in, but then CJ sat in and I was like, oh, damn, like this looks cool.
Just like infinitely cooler with you there.
CJ sets in and I just start ripping away on questions. And a lot of people ask me like, how do I get people in like my short doc films to answer perfectly or like say the things that I need for my story that I'm trying to tell. I go into these like knowing exactly what they're gonna say. Like it never surprises me what the subject says in the actual interview because in that Google Meet, I do my pre-interview and I get to know everything that I need to know about them. And then I formulate questions that will get me that answer that I know that they're gonna say. So I really wanted to focus this on the Olympic loss and the identity crisis that he had and how he got through it.
How many kicks until Pat's on the ground?
1.
And cutting.
Hell yeah.
Dude, great work, man. It's perfect.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Did it feel good?
That felt so good.
After that, we did some cool stylized portraitures. Probably some of my favorite look in the film was CJ up against that backdrop. Played with it a lot in the thumbnail. Yeah, I also might do a color grading video on this. And that will probably be the thumbnail. But then we did some like spotlight, slow motion stuff. Kind of took that lighting situation from this Converse piece that I shot back in like 2020, I believe it was, which was cool. It was with like rookie Shea, Draymond Green. But yeah, use that lighting setup for this, which is just one lighting piece. Yeah, I got some sick slow motion stuff that played really nicely in the intro and did like some cool like stuff in DaVinci Resolve, like light rays and some strobe to really make those images pop.
Do it again, but don't hit me. Dude, I will die.
You can trust me. You can trust me. Alright.
Good to Pat.
I will.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh, these guys jump for you.
You guys are some gangsters for not moving, bro. God.
Wrap on day 2. CJ went off to some cool event because he's a cool dude. We're gonna go get some authentic Mexican. Courtesy of Chris.
La Authentica.
And then tomorrow morning we're headed to the Outer Banks. Up hit the road. OBX, here we come. The freaking pose are back.
Plan on day 3 was to drive to the Outer Banks to get some shots in these really epic sand dunes in Nag's Head. I thought it would be like 2 hours drive, ended up being like 6. CJ and his friend Stowe drove separately. Along the way, Pat and I got like the most comically large pizza I'd ever seen in my life.
Why is our pizza so big? Little wardrobe change?
Me? Dude, we got out there to scout, roasting on the dunes. So I'd make a cut off of the music bed shirt. Don't worry, I got plenty more. Went with the headband, feel Feel a little Mr. Miyagi going out there to do some mixed martial arts. Just fit the vibe. Feels a little douchey, you know, I'm seeing my reflection.
Anyway, we got out there, vibes were high. Like, this is so cool. CJ was stoked. Got some really epic shots right away. Locked off shots. CJ up on the sand dunes, some wides.
And action whenever.
It was really a cool spot, but we were just kind of waiting for the sun to go down because I had a whole laundry list of shots that I wanted to get when the light was a little bit more golden. So we just kind of hung out, threw the football around, like CJ showed how sick of an athlete he is. Yeah, we're waiting. We're getting crushed by wind and sand. Even making this video, I took out the 20mm. There was just like sand falling out of the lens cap as I was trying to put it on the camera for shooting this.
Yeah, boy. Free time.
And the sun was just like, A, not getting nice, and B, the clouds were just rolling in. And the overcast look in the sand dunes did not look nice.
And we got kicked off because the parking lot's closing, so we're gonna have to park somewhere else and regroup.
The sun was not getting good. The clouds rolled in. I was like, all right, we kind of just like lost the rest of my shot list there. Nothing I can really do about it. I know, like, from experience, like, I can always kind of figure something out in the edit. But before we wrapped up, I was like, it would be cool to try to get some shots of CJ up against the water. We got out to the ocean. I was hoping for like nice calm waves, but a hurricane was rolling in a couple days and the waves were not calm. I was like, you know what? This is our last group of shots with CJ. Like, we're going in, we're going for it. Had a blast rolling around. Didn't really get too many good shots. Didn't really use much of the footage. Kind of like screwed up my FX3. Kind of got tossed with the wave at this point. But yeah, it was a great way to send CJ off. That was his wrap. I mean, we weren't sending him off. We were staying at the same Airbnb at night, but it was just a pleasure for him to share his story with us and to be able to make something together. He's a really great dude. And then for dinner that night, we got something quick. We went to a Wawa, and it was CJ's first time at a Wawa, which was super exciting.
With a bunch of Wawa rookies over here.
First time at Wawa.
It's taking forever at the kiosk. Last morning, let's go capture some sunrise.
So the last day wasn't really a day. We had like an hour at sunrise in the morning. Just me and Pat. I just wanted to try and capture some environmental B-roll shots at sunrise that we didn't get a chance to get. Just took the FX3 out. I think I used one shot from that morning. This like long pause hold in the middle of the film.
It's a wrap on principal photography. Gonna get some breakfast and get the heck out of here.
Then we were off, headed back home, which is always the best feeling. Driving back home, post-shoot. No better feeling in the world. Yeah, so check out the film if you haven't gotten a chance to check it out already, or go back and rewatch it after seeing the behind the scenes. Really pumped on how it turned out. I think it's really unique. Say what's up to CJ. Follow his Taekwondo career. The guy is literally going to be #1 in the world for a long time. And again, all the music, a lot of sound effects, all the music in this are from Music Bed. So if you're looking to step up your films with audio, check out Music Bed, link in the description. Because of you, I'm able to keep making these things, so thank you. Talk to you on the next one. I love you. Bye.